Coming up next, on the spot. Say hut! School may be ending, but EA is making sure we're ready for next year with NCAA Football 07. Also, we play Half-Life 2 Episode 1, review Hitman Blood Money, and bring back the cards with Poker Off Poker. Plus, Will Savage, GameSpot's E3 swag winner, and more. Call now! We're live and on the spot. Hello, everybody, and welcome to On the Spot, GameSpot's live show we do every Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific. I'm your host, Jeff Gerstmann.
Start again. Jib up.
I'm Rich Callen. You're Jeff Gerstmann.
Right.
How's it going, buddy?
It's going good.
It's going all right. Welcome to the show.
It's good to be here.
We have a great show for you today.
Fantastic.
We have a fantastic, wonderful, awesome show.
All right.
Yeah, later on.
It's all right.
Yeah, no, Ryan Davis, it is a great show.
Okay.
As evidenced by this bowl of M&Ms in my right hand and this deck of cards in my left hand, because we are bringing back the card games versus real games. Poker Off Poker.
Poker Off Poker.
That doesn't even make any sense.
I know.
That's ridiculous. You guys are just talking crazy. It's just this referential nonsense.
Basically, Ryan Davis, we're trying to leave you out of things. That's all we really want to do.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, whatever. You guys will play your real poker while me and Alex Navarro sit over here on the standing set, and we play some Stacked with Daniel Negreanu for the PS2.
Sure.
Also, Greg Kasavan's going to be by later on to play Hitman Blood Money for the Xbox 3. Episode 1 just came out today, just released on Steam, and we're going to show that off in a little bit. But
right
first,
wait. But also.
Oh, but also.
Wait, I'm not. No.
Whoa,
You're done. You're done. I'm taking this.
Take it.
We're announcing the swag winner. The E3 swag winner. In my right hand, I have the essay that won the bags of swag that you and Ryan Davis showed off so effortlessly.
The bounty.
You guys have new jobs waiting for you at the Cutlery Corner.
Working on it.
Cutlery Corner Network.
Get my resume up to date. We're going to see how it goes.
Nice. Yeah. And we will also show a clip of this weekend's episode of Gamehead, where several GameSpot editors, yourself included, will be appearing.
Excellent.
And we'll also be announcing the winner of On the Spot's E3 Best Worst Acting Award.
Oh, that's the real winner here.
I think you're gonna like what you see.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
All right. But first, before we get to all that, earlier this morning, EA came by with NCAA Football 07, and they showed it to us. Brian Eckberg did the demo. Don't be fooled, this isn't live, but check it out. Thanks, guys. So I know it's the beginning of June, but you know what? It's never too early to talk about college football. And joining me right now is Ben Hallmiller from EA Sports, and we're talking NCAA 07. Ben, how are you doing?
Oh, doing real good.
Checking out Florida State here, and I know that one of the big new portions of the game is the sort of turn the tide, the momentum shifts that are in college football. Tell us about how that comes out in the game.
So yeah, we really try to take advantage of what college football is all about, really the momentum, the big plays that really kind of turn the tide of the game. Taking advantage of a big punt return for a touchdown or a big stop on fourth down, things like that. Kind of really blow those out to really kind of show the true effect they have on a real game.
Yeah. Now this is an in-state rivalry. Does the momentum shifts matter even more in rivalry games like this?
The crowd for a big game like this, the crowd is more amped. The players are more amped for a game like this. Once your momentum meter is filled up, they're going to go for bigger plays. They're going to try to do more big hits, things like that. Yeah.
I know one of the big improvements in the game this year is some pretty substantial playbook improvements. The playbooks have just gotten a lot bigger this year.
Our playbook guys, I mean, I can't say enough about the work they've done. Going down to details like South Carolina having the Emory and Henry formation, Nevada running their pistol offense. You've got Tulsa and their three-receiver stack offense. I mean, even along with that, defensively, we've added new defensive formations and specific defensive formations now. Not every team is going to have the same playbook. They actually have, if you run a 3-4, they'll have a specific 3-4 playbook and things like that.
So whatever formation, the formation is maybe the same from school to school, but the playbooks slightly differ between teams?
Correct, yeah. A team that has I-form normal will have a different plays than another team that runs I-form normal. It's kind of customized to their individual school.
Yeah, and there's some new controls as well. I guess there's some slight shifts you've made with like the turbo button and the juke buttons. Is that correct?
Yeah, they're actually on current gen. There are 4 juke controls now. The right analog stick has the big juke, so left and right will do the big juke with that. But you can also use the trigger buttons to really kind of get the small jukes in there for quick changes of shift of kind of upfield and that sort of thing.
Okay, and a new kicking meter as well?
Correct, yeah, it's an analog kick meter now. So kind of similar to like the Tiger swing meter, where you press down on the right analog stick to start it, and then press up once the power meter fills up.
Okay, great. Now, we're looking at in-game footage here, but I know that there's some other modes that we can show off as well. Why don't we back out of here and take a look at the Dynasty mode. Give us an overview of maybe what's new in Dynasty mode.
Sure. So this year in Dynasty, we've added the big thing we've added was a spring game.
Okay.
So now in the off season, you have a chance to really kind of go in and get a chance to make your guys a lot better. The seniors have left. The guys that have left for college some left early have left. And you have the incoming freshmen that are not on your team yet. So it's that shell of the team, and you really have a chance to play with them to try and get them better in the off season.
Okay. And obviously, you're still doing the great in-season recruiting and all those things that have
Correct. In-season recruiting, all of the Dynasty features are back with that. We've also added practice mode this year. So once you get probably 6-7 years deep and it's all brand new people, the first time you go under center with a quarterback doesn't have to be the first game of the season. You actually go in and practice with them first.
And this screen here, we're looking at the Dynasty mode. It looks a little bit different. Sports Illustrated is out and ESPN is in now.
Correct, yes. ESPN is in now. We've also got the Instant Classics are now instead of just the greatest games is found in ESPN Instant Classics.
Okay. And is there any other ESPN integration in the game beyond the magazine cover?
Sure. Online, we've got the ESPN ticker as well as ESPN radio. So every 20 minutes, you'll get an update, a SportsCenter update. ESPN News is also online where you can get a kind of text update as well.
Very cool. Also, I know that there's last year you had the Race for the Heisman mode. It's been a little bit changed this time around.
Correct. Now it's called Campus Legend mode.
Okay.
And in this, you really try to live the life of a student athlete. From such things as actually choosing a major and taking tests based on that major to stay eligible, because if your grades start to slip, your coach is going to suspend you for the next game.
You start out, though, here we're creating a player, and what kind of things can you choose here?
So you go through here and kind of create their appearance and that sort of thing. You're not doing attributes yet because you first go to a summer camp where you run drills based off your position.
Okay.
And how you do in that will actually give you attribute points that you'll be able to add to your player how you should see fit. So if you want to make a really fast scrambling quarterback, want to make a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, you have that option however you want to make them.
So it's definitely has a bit more role-playing aspects to it.
Correct.
You're building the kind of player you want to build. And we're looking at new drills here. I mean,
yes.
Tell me a little bit about the drills.
So everybody will run through the 40-yard dash. That's one that's consistent throughout. But then after that, you'll go in based on what position you choose, and you'll do specific drills for that.
Okay. So what you were showing was a quarterback, so he has things like passing drills.
Passing distance, passing accuracy, things like that, yes.
And just like last year, you're still welcome to choose any position you want, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. All right. This guy's not necessarily going to
Got a bad boost on that one.
He's not doing too bad, though.
But yeah, you can kind of get it timed right to try and get your 4.340 if you'd like.
Right. And then how you perform in all of these drills depends on the amount of attributes you get once you're putting your player together.
Correct.
Right?
So yeah, once you finish your drills, you'll have all of these attribute bonus points that you've earned that you can add to your player as you see fit. So we'll go on to that screen now. So here you go. You can kind of go through every attribute we have in the game and add how you'd like to have them. So if you want to make a good quarterback, that can also be your kicker. You have that option now.
Okay. And how you perform in these drills sort of determines what schools you can go to.
Correct. So you'll be kind of considered like a normal recruit in that you're giving a star caliber rating. So if you're a 5-star guy, you can go to any school in the nation you'd like to and kind of work its way down from there.
Is it really tough to get 5 stars?
No, it's actually it's pretty simple with the drills. You can restart the drills as much as you'd like to get the high score that you'd like to get.
Okay.
And so yeah, you do have that option to kind of get to an easier school or a better school.
And once you're a 5-star, you can play as much as you want. Right? I mean, you can basically choose any team you want because they're all coming.
All
after
119 schools are looking at you. Yeah,
that's cool. All right. So, and here we've got a slightly redesigned campus room from last year. What's
we have our
here?
dorm rooms again. Things that are back from last year's Race for the Heisman, like the fan mail and the Campus Gazette and things like that. We've added the calendar this year to really kind of show you what you have to do each. You can see all the different games you have coming up, where your midterm and final exams are, when the Heisman's being handed out, things like that.
Okay. Now, you sort of touched on it, but you have to pick a major in this game. It's more like school than ever before.
Correct, yeah. So there's 18 different majors. There's difficulty levels there's 3 different difficulty levels. There's easy, medium, and hard. The easy ones will affect only one attribute, but going up to the hard ones will affect 3 different attributes. So you can kind of, if you choose a harder major, you're going to be rewarded by being able to make your player that much better.
So let's scroll through them to give people a look. You've got conferences and teams. 1A nicknames, I think that'll be my major.
That's a good
I do
one.
pretty
Yeah.
good at that one.
Yeah.
But that would be an easy one, right? That would be like a 1-star.
That's a pretty simple one, and we'll move over to the medium ones where you're going to see a little bit more that kind of are a little difficult. World geography is a legitimate world geography major. There's actual questions like that.
And mathematics is sort of football based.
Football
right?
related, yeah. Adding up how many penalty yardage you get for a certain number of penalties. The ball spotted on a certain yard line. What yard line would it be on if after a 10-yard gain? That sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so we'll move into the difficult ones, and you actually see chemistry, psychology, U.S. history,
right.
Things that we've never really tackled before at all.
We did chemistry earlier, and I have to say that Bob Kaliko answered all the chemistry questions correctly, so he's pretty good at that. I'd still be stuck in nicknames.
Yeah, so we'll go through and select nicknames, and so each day you go through and you have different things you need to do. Mm-hmm. The morning are classes that are already taken care of for you. You have an afternoon practice with your team where you can kind of gain bonus points for every time you run a certain formation in a game, depending on what you practice with. And then when you get to the evening, you have your choice of what you want to do. You can study to maintain your current GPA level, meet with a tutor to take a 5-question exam to boost your GPA up, do some position drills to get more attribute points for your guy to make him better, and you can attend an on-campus social activity, which will help factor into becoming a campus legend.
And all of these things affect the success of your player as you go on. You'll have progress meters and things like that.
Correct. Yeah.
So, as you go through and you sort of design the player that you want to, what's the ultimate goal here?
The ultimate goal is to become a campus legend by the time you leave.
Okay.
Over here in the progress report, you'll be able to track what your GPA is throughout the year, your athletic goals your coach has set for you, the bonuses you've earned in those afternoon team practices I mentioned, as well as you'll see the popularity for your player.
Okay.
There's a bunch of different things that factor into it. If you come in as a 5-star caliber prospect, the fans will already be excited for you. Kind of have an idea what they think you can do. Mm-hmm. You become an impact player, win the Heisman, if you achieve your athletic goals. We actually added an academic All-American team this year, so if your GPA is high enough, you'll be a member of that. Right. You can make your team's dean's list, and you can even spurn the NFL to come back for your senior season.
As all good seniors should.
Of course.
Cool. Well, thanks so much. Any other? When's the game coming out? When we can expect to play it?
They'll be out June 15th. Or July 15th.
That's right. It's going to come out in July 18th, right?
Yes.
So yeah, that's NCAA.
July 18th.
NCAA Football 07 is coming out July 18th. So Ben, thanks so much. Appreciate it. Back to you guys.
Brian, thank you, Ben. Man, I love the M&Ms.
Yes.
Yeah, they're good.
Delicious chocolate.
Yes, but NCAA Football 07 looks really good too. Bob, that's like one of your favorite games, isn't it?
Yeah, how'd you know, dude?
Maybe the Aaron Rodgers jersey.
Maybe.
How's
something
his pro
like that.
career going?
Yeah.
It's very well. It's going very
Sure.
well. Yeah.
Still buried behind Brett Favre, but that's okay.
Just for another year or 5.
Yeah.
Anyways, but you brought a great game with you today.
I did.
What's it called?
It's called Half-Life 2, Episode 1. Maybe you heard of the one that was before this,
Came out
Half-Life
like a
2.
year and a half ago or so.
Does it ring a bell?
So is this
Something.
Aftermath? Is that what you're telling us? This is Half-Life 2
No,
Aftermath?
this is Episode 1.
Dude, it didn't
because
work
there's
for
going to be
Star
2
Wars.
and 3 after this.
Yeah,
Okay. And then...
and 3, Gordon Freeman becomes evil. It's like,
Oh, he does?
He becomes the G-Man.
Oh, but first he has
That's
a
the
romance
twist.
with Alex,
Yep.
and then...
They have kids.
Right.
Yep.
I'd play that game.
Yeah, but let's jump right into this. Half-Life 2 Episode 1.
Yes.
It is a standalone game, $20 available on Steam right now.
That's
correct?
right. You can you could start downloading it. You could have downloaded it
Shoot
yesterday
dudes.
or earlier.
Do it. Hop
Shoot
in.
dudes. Okay, so we got these zombies here. They're like they got the head crabs on them.
Mm-hmm.
And let me.
So
whip
these are
out
like the
gravity
combines
gun.
that have been zombified?
Yes, I'm trying to grab that little rolly thing here.
Zombines.
And the neat thing about this is that Alex can. Well, she's busy
No, she's
shooting this
shooting
guy.
people. She's not going to help you at all.
She's not going to help me with this. No, she's busy. You can see that stuff happens in this game. Like
Sit.
Word.
Stuff totally
stuff
happens.
totally happens.
Totally happens. It's
So
crazy.
you're talking about Alex. Alex is actually in this game a ton, isn't she?
She's by your side the entire time pretty much, and she helps you out. She actually has the gun the whole game. You actually play most of the first part of this game without having like a shotgun or a pistol or anything, but you do have the gravity gun. And now she looks like she's got enough free time.
Oh, what'd that do?
She just changed this little rolling mine to work for me now. So now I can shoot this outside, and it'll take care of the baddies outside.
That's nice of it.
Yeah, so I'll
little
send it
guy.
on its way, and you see how it just attacked that the bug over there, and then this one's another one that needs taken care of by Alex. Boom, magic wand, and now it's working for me.
So is that new? You're saying to the game this time around?
Well, the whole thing about working with Alex, like, there's a whole lot of it going on now.
Right.
So this is just one example of what she can do for you.
So Bob, Mars from Epsom, UK wants to know, is Alex an annoyance or is she actually helpful? Does she help you out in tight spots and stuff?
She's actually quite helpful. There's a part, like, earlier than this where you're going through the train station. It's pitch dark, and she does most of the shooting for you if you just light stuff up with your flashlight. So she can't see. You're the only one with a flashlight, so you light up the target, she shoots it for you. Later on in this part here...
You can use a flashlight and a gun at the same time is what you're saying?
Yeah, totally.
That's cool.
I mean, it's not like that other game.
Yeah.
You know, this is real-time light and gun use. And so there's a sniper out here, and he's trying to get he does have a beat on, and he nailed me. Pop! So we're just going to pretend that didn't happen.
Bratted.
While you're loading that up, can I throw some questions at you?
I'll just throw it out there.
Fernando Mejia from Houston wants to know the specifications for Half-Life 2 Episode 1 more demanding than most of today's games.
Well, if you could run Half-Life 2, you'll probably be able to run this game, because it's pretty much the same engine. They do add some high dynamic range lighting tricks, but that's all configurable in the options menu. But pretty much, it looks like Half-Life 2, and it plays like Half-Life 2, so you can pretty much expect the system requirements to be similar there.
Yeah, same engine, same all that.
So while you fight the sniper, I gotta ask, it's not a very long game, is it?
No. This part here is already about 3/4 of the way into it, and it took me about 3 hours to get to this part. And you can see this part is taking me about 8 years because I'm talking and not.
That's right. That's the challenge on
But yeah,
presents.
So
I ran past the sniper there.
Yeah, 4 to 6 hours.
And the
total,
sniper's still in the
like
window, so I'm gonna get these grenades and let's go take care of him right here. Just toss it. Whoa!
Oh, look out!
Oh man.
So how does this game stand up? The original did come out about 1.5 years ago. And, there have been some other great-looking games since then. Half-Life 2, Episode 1 here still looks pretty great, though, right?
Yeah, definitely the engine stands up pretty well. There we go. I got it in the window. Now, here it comes. There he goes.
And there's
It goes tumbling out.
Nice.
And, yeah, so you can see it's got the ragdoll in there. And now Alex is going to climb up into the window, grab that sniper rifle, and help me in this next part. And this is going to take a little while, so maybe we'll take some more questions.
Sure,
right now.
Ryan Davis got some questions over there?
Bruce from the Bronx wants to know, how's the story in this version?
Well, I'm not going to tell you the story right now. You got to play
Well, I'm
it.
not saying what is the story, but so far from what you've seen of it, how does the story compare to what we saw in Half-Life 2?
Well, it starts off right from where the last one left off. So, it was kind of a cliffhanger there. And, it sort of shows you what's going on. You have to escape that reactor as it's imploding on you. And we got to get out of City 17 now. So I've gotten out of the reactor, and I'm out on the streets. And I've just got to get out of the city here, and it seems like it doesn't take you very far away from where you first started.
Totally ready to mow
Oh,
these down for you.
there she. Okay, so now I can climb up this fire escape here.
So since you are going back through City 17, do you see a lot of repeated environments? Is this all new stuff you're running through?
Well, all these areas kind of look like the City 17 sections in the first part. Well, here's another example of Alex helping you out. She's sniping stuff, and I'm just kind of leading the targets out to where she can shoot them. You can see the little blue tracer where she's shooting zombies in the head.
Nice.
And so this is an example of how we're working cooperatively together. Whoa. Whoa, okay. So all that's A-okay.
Very cool.
And
Bob, can you actually kill Alex at any point? Is it possible?
no, because when you point your gun at her, it actually lowers the gun. And I've tried throwing like toilets and stuff at her, and that doesn't work.
Have you ever actually seen her die at all in the game, or is she like a liability?
She actually will not die, it seems. She can just sit there and take repeated hits from enemies. So you don't have to sit there and worry that she's going to die under your watch.
She's
you're
unfadable.
Yeah, you're more fragile than she is. And there, she just totally shot that zombie through the window there. And yeah, so this is the outdoors part. There's also a lot of puzzle-solving elements, like later. Oh, he just pulled out a grenade. I gotta get away from that. Yeah, there it goes.
Very cool.
So are there new weapons and stuff in there? Are you seeing like a lot of new, or is it just like strictly like additional content, additional story?
It's strictly additional content. We're seeing a lot of the same weapons here. You got the pistol. I've got some machine gun, shotgun, and the gravity gun plays a huge role. You're going to be using this a lot just to break open boxes and do some of the puzzle-solving elements. Like there'll be portions where, like right here, actually, there's a sniper hiding in there. Alex can't hit him, but if I just pull this away, then bam, he just gets drilled in the head. So, and then you know,
puzzly.
I can push this car around. There'll be parts where there are bugs spawning, like this. These bugs are popping out here. They'll be spawning out of the ground. If you push a car into the hole, that stops them from coming out.
Was the gravity gun that powerful in the previous game? I don't remember it moving like cars. Would it move like large ticket items like that, or
well, you can totally shock the big car stuff with the gravity gun. Actually, I have a question here from Derek Bannis from Verona, PA.
Ryan Davis.
Okay, our last question: which gravity gun do you actually use? Because
it's not the super crazy gravity gun.
Yeah, is it? How do they figure that part?
You actually,
like the regular old gravity gun.
Early on, you do get the super crazy gravity gun where he's throwing a grenade at me, where you can just pick up guys and throw them around. And that's sort of explained in the course of as you're exploring the reactor.
So you have it for a little bit and then ripped away from you.
And then they just kind of tease you with it.
It's the Metroid school of
off.
Yeah. So
my morph ball. Oh, damn.
Attack for you. So the game is Half-Life 2 Episode 1, no longer called Aftermath, unfortunately.
But it is still effectively the Aftermath.
Exactly. Just ask Trey.
Yeah.
But thank you, Bob, for coming by. I believe the full review will be up momentarily, a little bit later on.
Any minute now, I guess. Keep an eye on the site. Soon.
Great. Well, thank you, Bob, and we'll see you soon.
All right.
Jeff, you can stick around still. Right now, we're going to toss it on over to Ryan Davis and Greg DeSalvo. What game you guys got over there?
Well, as you can see from Greg's best impression here with his hardballers, we're going to be playing some Hitman Blood Money.
Yeah.
You can actually talk, though.
Sure.
Unlike
Let's check it out.
47.
Yeah. Hey, he talks. He actually, it's great that they're still using the same voice actor that they have been all along. But let's. I wanted to jump right into the gameplay, but first, for all you gun fetishists out there like me, check out some of the awesome weapon upgrading you've got going on.
Now, is this a new feature for Blood Money?
It is. Basically, you've got these core weapons: your pistol, your shotgun, your submachine gun, your assault rifle, and your sniper rifle.
Uzi,
and over the course of the game,
9mm.
you can upgrade them with aftermarket parts.
Nice.
So they start off
Like
it's you can
spoilers
actually-
and stuff?
Huh?
Like spoilers and neon?
Yeah, pretty
and stuff?
much neon
Yeah.
and those crazy wheels that keep spinning.
What?
Cars. So as you can see, you've got a good old-fashioned M4 here, but you can let's add a little drum magazine. Let's add a scope. Oh,
let's add a
Am I
scope.
out of money? Let's add an RIS handguard.
Away.
Butt stock. Can we say butt on this show?
But not with stock, so you just totally screwed us up.
Laser sight, silencer, and so check out that bad boy now.
That's a much fiercer looking gun
Yes, and those are all for the crazy Soldier of Fortune readers out there. They know most of those parts are actually that's actually stuff you can slap onto real weapons. So
now this is one of the changes they've made. Ryan Oaksman from Manchester, England wants to know how else does Hitman Blood Money vary from previous Hitman games?
Well, the whole thing, first of all, the whole thing about Hitman, yes, it is a game about going into some mission area and rubbing some guy, or in this case, guys, out. But you don't have to do that by blasting them with crazy customized M4s. You can always do that in some sort of clever way, such as by blowing something up and causing something to fall on someone's head while you're kind of casually walking away from the scene.
So you can keep your hands completely clean if you want
Pretty much. In a lot of cases, you definitely can. It's a really open-ended game like that.
Okay.
There's a lot of replay value for that reason. We're looking at the Xbox 360 version, which is the best-looking one of the bunch, unless you have a pretty high-end PC.
Now we're jumping into a level here, and this is the Mardi Gras level.
This is the Mardi Gras level, which showcases some of the new graphical features of the game. You did not get crowds like this in previous Hitman games.
Games, period.
That's quite a crowd, yeah.
That's impressive.
You start to see that some of the guys repeat here, but still, it's like the frame rate isn't tanking or anything like that. So this is an interesting mission. There's kind of a politician up there giving a spiel, and he's got his Secret Service guys.
Okay.
But
Is that your target?
In fact, he is not. In fact,
wow.
I'm trying to defend him from rival assassons. So I'm trying to prevent
Antonio
him from
Banderas,
getting killed.
for example.
Yes.
And that, you know, for Mr. 47 here, he doesn't really, you know, he doesn't really care. He just wants to get the job done. It's not that suddenly he turns nice in this game by any means.
Still a pretty dark game.
Definitely a dark game, but it's got you know, a few political jabs in there. It's definitely got a sense of humor about it. It's got some interesting things like that in there too. So let's go kill some people,
Yes.
shall we?
About time. Now,
yes.
you said we are looking at the 360 version here. David Millwood from Cardiff wants to know, how does it compare to the PS2 and Xbox version?
You know, it's one of those games. IO Interactive, the developer of this series, has always done a very good job of. Oh, see, here's one of my targets. Keep going.
Are you going to go after
Sure
the
is
chicken lady?
dark.
I am. Let's hold on. Let's just do this one basic. You can switch to a
old-fashioned
first-person view, and you can go like this. You can go. Whoops. Oops, I did it
Oh,
again.
and then that guy
Let's put
saw
my
you.
gun away. Oh, geez, what happened, sir? Can I help you with that? He's
You're a very helpful citizen.
Yeah, he bolts. I can take her walkie-talkie now, and she's part of this like little league of assassins. So I can actually listen in on that walkie-talkie and hear what her partner is doing, and basically track him down. Because well, the cops have found me. This is one of those games where you want to play it with sound. I'm sure all these cops were terrible men in life. So
They're all dirty cops.
yes.
Yeah.
Just like all the
this
people in
game
the
is-
crowd are
this game
dirty
is pretty
too.
harsh.
Not that you should run out there and indiscriminately start firing at the crowd.
What was I saying? So actually, what I'm showcasing here is one of the relative. I mean, the artificial intelligence of the game. It's like you can definitely shoot your way out of a lot of situations, but it's not always the path of least resistance. You can get totally overwhelmed by the AI, but don't expect it to like do anything. You know,
So it's
totally surprise you with its brilliant tactics.
Strength in numbers. It's not
Bye-bye, chicken
particularly intelligent,
yeah.
per se.
Do you have to hide the bodies of the cops too?
You actually, it affects your mission rating. You ideally do hide all your evidence and leave no witnesses behind. As you can see, I am now one of the village people. So
Ooh, which one?
Yeah.
Construction
No, it's
worker,
not
I
that
bet.
kind of game. It's rated. Anyway, so now some of the cops won't necessarily recognize me, and I can go rub other people out and change uniforms and that kind of stuff. So I could just say, "Hey, what's up, dude?" and just headbutt him and bail.
Just like real Mardi Gras.
Yes. Pretty much. So, hey, look at that guy. That guy's quite a character. Okay. So, I mean, it's one of those games you can just kind of. It's got real missions in it, but sometimes you just want to mess around, and it's good for that too.
Pretty good feeling combat here as far as the
Yeah,
firing
I mean
guns.
the weapons are good. Like some of the rifles like kick up as you open fire with them. This crowd is actually reacting, fairly well here. A lot of people are ducking and covering and basically running away. I just died.
Slow-mo.
This is how you die in this game. Is it
Slow-mo
goes into
fade to red.
Yeah, you kill a whole bunch of people before you finally get rubbed out.
Greg,
So,
are there a lot of cool ways to kill people in this
There
game?
are indeed. Unfortunately, it isn't easy for me to show that to you here because I'm starting these levels over from the beginning, and it often requires a lot of setup. But
Right.
there's some very cinematic and interesting ways of rubbing people out. There's one really cool level that takes place in a French opera during a rehearsal of the opera Tosca, where you're actually trying to kill the lead tenor. I'll jump to that mission.
Fool had it coming.
Yeah, dude. He
Or
totally
no, this is a
deserved it.
different one.
Yeah.
You're trying to kill the lead tenor, and they're rehearsing a scene in which the character that he plays in the opera gets executed. So what you can do is actually make it so that instead of get shot by a fake gun, he gets shot by a real gun, and you're nowhere, to be found at that time.
Now I got a lot of people here, including Chaz Jackson from Camp Springs. want to know how this compares to the demo. Now, the demo came out on Xbox Live Marketplace for the Xbox 360, and there were some complaints just about...
You know, I don't know. I didn't play the demo.
Okay.
I knew I was going to play the final version. My reviews got the deets. It's a cool game where a lot of the strength of this game comes across as you play more and more missions. There are more than a dozen missions in all, and like the variety is really impressive as you go from one to the next, because each one is really this cool set piece type of thing. So
Dan Carr from Oxford, UK, has the exact same question that I do. How easy are the points?
The points are pretty cool. You get a bunch. By
You guys.
finishing the game. You'll see. You know, whatever. You points fiends, you can figure it out.
All right, I think is that good for our last question, Ryan Davis, or do you have one more that's really aching to be asked?
Nope.
Okay.
We can cut loose
All
on
right,
that one.
Hitman.
Watch
Watch
Blood
the
Money.
video
The
review
review
and
is
all
up
that.
on the site. Video review is there as
Check
well.
out this awesome headbutt. No.
It's awesome.
Trust us,
Rich,
it was
what do we got?
awesome.
What else do we got here?
All right, well, thank you, Greg. You can read Greg's full review on the site right now, and thank you, Ryan Davis. You stay right there. We have a poker game to play right now, though. I don't remember we got some contest winners we're going to be talking about today.
Yeah, all kinds of contest action.
The first one we're going to talk about is a young man by the name of William Savage. You may
young
know him
William.
as Will Savage. He won the
I know him
competition.
by many names.
Yes, the E3 Undercover competition. We brought him to E3. He wandered around in a daze, got to play like way more games than any of the rest of us. And
I wandered around in a daze too.
yeah,
So, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's watch Will's days instead of yours for once.
All right.
Check it out.
Will Savage.
I came in at 9 o'clock. This is right.
This week's episode of On the Spot is brought to you by ElementandFriends.com. The Honda Element, a different animal.
Am I supposed to believe that Will Savage got to ride a helicopter to E3?
Yeah, that was part of the content.
What?
We didn't advertise that bit, but yeah, we flew him in by
Man,
a
the man, the myth, the
chopper,
legend,
chopper.
Will Savage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
A Huey. I said Huey.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
We're past that.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, right now, though, I'm reaching under this desk and I'm pulling out my M&Ms.
Okay.
And I'm pulling out my deck of cards.
Okay.
Because we have some poker going on. Right, Ryan Davis and Alex Navarro?
Yes. Rich Gallup. Me and Alex Navarro, we're standing over here. Alex.
Peanut M&Ms are like 5, by the
going
way.
all right.
Yeah.
Cool. You brought Stacked with Daniel Negreanu here.
You always bring me on for just the weirdest games. It's like we're playing poker on
We're playing
live
poker
TV,
now.
internet TV.
Your review for this is going up soon.
Yeah, very soon.
Very soon. In the meantime, though, this is poker. This is good
is-
old Texas Hold'em.
Yeah, it's Texas Hold'em, the game, the Cadillac of poker, as they say.
Yes. Now this is featuring heavily Daniel Negreanu, poker expert extraordinaire and general hustler.
Yeah, for those who don't know, the guy who wears all the sports jerseys and has the really terrible balding kind of hair.
Yeah, he's trying to do like the fake Caesar thing, but can't really pull it off.
No.
So you said that this is a pretty good poker game in general.
It is. It's a smart poker game, which is saying a lot compared to how most poker games kind of are.
But one of the key features that we found so far is that there's some great tutorials featuring Negreanu himself.
Yes.
Let's look at some of these right now.
All right. There's a couple of really good ones here. Let's see what he has to say about reading opponents.
It would be awesome if we get some sound in here too.
Yeah. Nah, whatever. I don't need to hear what he's got to say. So yeah, this is basically Daniel Negreanu just kind of sitting around, sort of talking about poker and just sort of the various aspects of playing poker, and the reading tells, how to play tournaments versus cash games, bluffing, all that kind of stuff.
Now you're a pretty seasoned poker player yourself, and you seem to have given me the impression, at least, that it's not bad as far as the tips that it's giving you here.
No, absolutely. And, that's the thing with most poker games is that, they come out and they say, oh, we got, some poker guy you've heard of in the game, and he's going to tell you how to play poker and be good at it. And then, he says, you should bluff sometimes. And that's it. That's like the gist of the advice they give you.
But he's giving you really good, despite these horrible camera angles that you're seeing.
And awesome, audio, just weird pauses and inflection and whatever. He's obviously reading off cue cards or whatever, but yes, he's giving you advice that actually makes sense. And when you actually get into the game, you can sort of access these little poker tips that come up. It's like you're in a situation where you've got a pair dealt to you or low pair, and you're kind of in a situation where okay, well I'm going to take a stab at this pot.
Daniel Negreanu is almost as intense, by the way, as these three kings that I just dealt myself.
Poker,
poker,
poker, poker. Speaking some kind of foreign dialect or something, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anthony Feluccio from Hamilton. I just had to throw this out here because it's basically the only question I've gotten so far about poker.
Okay.
He states, not even really a question, he states that Uno is better than poker.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
true.
all there is.
That's like trying to choose your children, man. I don't know. That's just, why would you
Except
even...
that one child sucks and the other child is Uno.
All right.
All right, so we've seen Daniel. Let's play some damn poker already. They're having all their fun. Although they think they're so special because they're betting with M&Ms. We can play stacked and eat M&Ms too.
Oh, we got M&Ms over here?
We've got our own damn M&Ms.
All right.
To hell with them.
All right.
Get some peanut M&Ms. You want one of these? Get some of these.
Oh yeah, I'll eat the hell out of an M&M.
Hell yeah.
What are you guys doing with M&Ms over there? You're playing video games.
I know, and eating M&Ms.
Oh my gosh.
We got both at the same time. It's beautiful.
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna play a cash game here.
So yeah, what sort of different modes are we looking at in here?
Texas Hold'em and Texas Hold'em.
Fantastic.
Yes. No, I mean,
So
it's
no Omaha, no
No.
straight 5-card draw like those
no
chumps are
variance,
playing
no
over there?
nothing. It's the way the AI system is built is that it's solely focused on learning how to play Hold'em. So it doesn't, it's sort of like that table tennis kind of like level of focus.
Right.
So anyway,
But there are, it's not just, go play a game. There is like...
there's a career mode.
Right.
There's a whole, progression to it. You play, VIP games against some of the poker celebrities like Josh Aryeh and Evelyn Ng, who is only in the game because she's Daniel Negreanu's ex-girlfriend, I'm sure. So.
Ian Fitzgerald from Mesa, Arizona wants to know, does the computer AI in the single-player game pose a challenge, or is online where it's at?
The single-player AI totally does pose a challenge because, okay, so apparently they got this AI system that is like built by MIT students or something about poker. Like
I believe it came from the moon, is what I was told.
Yes, the moon. MIT students on the moon.
Yes.
Poker, poker. I just won all the M&Ms, by the way. With
What do I have?
So your game's
oh,
over.
I'm good.
No, we're still playing.
Look at how good I am
I'm
here.
spotting them.
You got H10 in the hole. You got a pair of 10s up there.
I'm betting.
Bet
I'm
on
betting
that.
on that.
Bet on
I'm gonna
that.
try this.
I am betting. Oh, look, Carrie's playing.
No, I'm not.
Show Rich's card trick.
No, I don't want to do it.
Oh, she's calling me.
So Alex Davies from Oxford wants to know, how does the AI compare from player to player in different situations?
There's, I guess, purportedly like 8 different types of AI routines in the game. So there is a specification between 8 different characters at the table, and they'll all learn sort of how you're playing and play their own styles separately.
Okay.
And you don't always
Make your
notice
play, man.
I'll call. I'll see it. And you don't always notice it as much. You know, the differences between the characters aren't always completely apparent, but you know, you definitely get the sense that the AI is learning what you're doing and calling you on your crap.
Alex, we are almost out of time here, so I just want you to go all in right now.
All right, going all in.
This is the big move that you can make.
I have 2
all in
and an ace.
All in.
All in.
What?
Done. I'm throwing the controller down.
Rich.
Oh, she folds.
She folds.
I win some chips.
You win some chips.
Poker! Ah, poker!
You want to talk about stacked?
What do you guys
Poker.
By the way, 3 kings and 2 flushes. Not
Stacked with Daniel Negreanu is coming out for
the PS2, the Xbox, and the PC, and it's out. It's
It's
out.
It's in stores now. You can
You
get
like
it.
the poker.
Our review will be going up on the site soon. Alex, thanks for coming by and
no problem.
subjecting yourself to our silliness and playing some poker. Here, you can parting gifts,
Yes.
some M&Ms.
No, yes,
Just
it's
take
good.
the whole bag.
This is
Just
the
take
whole
whole
reason I
bag.
came.
Alex, you've been so much fun. We're going to let you stick around until the end of the show.
Yeah, hang out.
thanks.
Hang out.
Hang out.
Yeah, then give me back my damn
That was terrible
Bye.
for them.
Jerk.
See, there you go. That counts.
Very nice.
Thanks. I learned that from Lock, Stock, and 2 Smoking Barrels. Right now, thank you guys. You can stick around. I did win all the M&Ms. Poker out poker. Yes,
You stacked the deck.
I did. But, no, I didn't. Right now, though, is before we get to announcing the swag winner, and so we can get some more M&Ms, Ryan Davis and Jeff, you guys were in a great video they aired over the weekend. Vinny did a great job cutting it together.
That was like one
Yeah.
sentence.
Anyways, check it out. It's great.
Ryan and Jeff over in the studio have some E3 swag giveaway. Let's see what they've got to show us. What's going on, guys?
That's right, Carrie. What we have here is a bounty of luxurious E3 swag that was collected during E3 2006 by the GameSpot editorial team. Jeff, why don't you tell us about some of these great
crazy
things?
collection of things here, Ryan. We have got things that span the entire show floor, hall to hall. This is a great opportunity for dealers if you're looking to get into the video game memorabilia business. This is the set to get right here. I'm not rightly sure what this is, Ryan. Now, this looks like some
I
sort
do
of...
believe that is an authentic, vintage style whistle.
Now, you see here the fine craftsmanship here.
I believe that's copper, Jeff.
This is a copper frame here.
Now, for those of you who like to fancy yourself as a kind of rock and roller, we have here a Guitar Hero 2 temporary tattoo.
Temporary tattoos.
That way you can have it on
Temporary
you,
tattoos.
and your dad won't get mad at you.
That's temporary. These come off if you want them to. The Koreans, very big at the Electronic Entertainment Expo this year.
A lot of Koreans at the show.
Tons of Korean. You will get this sweet Power of Korea game. Now, is this some kind of...
You'll get it.
You will get this.
You will get to
this
discover what the power of
in your
Korea
set.
is.
Included in your set. El Matador. We've got El Matador in the set. Now, this is a neat item right here.
Tell us about this.
Now, this is a notebook. Opens from the bottom.
We have this white box from NCSOP.
This white box the retail value is off the charts, and you're going to get it as part of your set. No additional cost to you. You'll get the first hit is free, 10 days of Star Wars Galaxy. Jump into a Jedi-filled world of lovely critters and creatures and run around
There will be TIE fighters.
Lightsaber
There will be
sword.
lightsabers.
Your lightsaber sword.
Much like this Age of Conan, Hyborian Adventures sword.
The Coca-Cola
Age of Conan.
handle here on this one.
Age of Conan.
A twist configuration. Now, this is one of our finest.
This is a beautiful thing,
This
Jeff.
is a beautiful item.
I would be proud to have this hanging up in my own
That's
home.
right. These are real nice items.
They're beautiful.
They're beautiful.
Moving forward. So you also included an empty vial.
Empty candy vial
for Jeff Jr. Now this is from Hori here. This is from the fine people who make a lot of great video game accessories. This is quality product.
Professional grade, 440 stainless, German steel, this plastic case. This here Native American mouse pad for Prey. This Witcher mouse pad, all kinds of crazy, but the Matador hip pack. This item is insane. This collection is crazy. It is the worst thing we've ever done. We are going to go out of business giving away
This
stuff
spells
like
the end for GameSpot.
That's
right
right.
here.
It's over. 10 years of beautiful history, all thrown out the window because we are passing the savings on to you. Now, I believe Carrie Custos is over with. She's got some more information about this particular item. Carrie.
Operators are standing by, so get your order in now.
So that was the video.
Yeah.
Correct. That was the video as part of the contest. Carrie, can you tell us a little bit more about the competition before we announce the winner?
Sure. I mean, basically, it was kind of 3 parts to the whole piece. There was a little bit about where you can get swag. We talk about some of the online stores and some of the stuff that you can get from like pre-ordering stuff. Then there was this model shoot, which you were a part of.
Jeff and Greg stole the show on that.
Jeff was a part of it.
No, whatever. You and Greg stole the show.
Greg stole the show.
Yeah, Greg stole the show.
Anyway, there was a little fake modeling session where we actually had the editors bring in some of their favorite swag. You should have seen the stuff that came in after we did all the pictures. Dave Toyster brought in some crazy stuff that we didn't have time.
You still have my Project Reality Crazy Ultra 64 shirt.
I do.
I need that back before you sell it.
So that was when the third part of the
The third part of that was a giveaway. Which was 2 bags of stuff that we collected while we were at E3. Basically, every day while we were at E3, I would send a threatening letter to all the editors saying, "Give me all your swag, you dirty people." And they did, because they respond well to threats.
We're very dirty people.
Yes.
Because they're very dirty. No. And, and anyway, so I brought back these 2 enormous bags of swag. And we had a contest. We asked people to write 250 words, no more than 250 words. If you wrote more than 250 words, you were disqualified. I hate you.
You got hundreds of entries.
Nearly about 400.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
Yes, 400 times 250. That's 100. That's like 10,000 words you had to read.
It's a lot of words.
Yeah, it's a lot of words.
And so we read through them. I read through them. I narrowed down to 19. I couldn't cut it down because I really liked about 19 of the entries.
Maybe it's 100,000 words.
Yeah, it's like 100,000.
I can't do math. Too many M&Ms. Sorry. Anyways, but yeah.
Anyway, and then I asked. I had a celebrity panel of judges.
Yes.
The celebrity being you.
Whatever. It's Brad and Greg and
Greg
you and me.
Mueller
Yep.
and you. And you guys picked a winner for me. And it was actually hard. There were a couple of really good ones that I really liked. So I'm going to read the winner now.
Yes, don't announce their name. Just read the essay.
All right, I'm going to read the essay.
Ryan and Alex, if you guys want to strike thoughtful poses during this, we'd appreciate it. Thank you. Go ahead, Carrie.
Okay. So the question was, why do you think you deserve our 2 giant bags of free game giveaways from E3 2006? And this is what the winner said. Nobody deserves flair more than me. In fact, the movie Office Space that introduced the concept of flair was written about me. 20 years of computer programming in a germ-filled cubicle almost made me insane, and the only promise of gaming was only the promise of gaming when I got home saved me. Fortunately, I was able to quit to pursue my dream job of being a librarian.
Ah.
That's right. That's sick, yo. I'm a 42-year-old mother of 2 teenagers, and I have every console.
Yes.
Is that why she just said sick?
Yes.
Because she's awesome. Swag will go a long way to enhance my street cred.
Word.
My goal is to have Madden tournaments in the public library. I even used to work at a GameStop so I could get free T-shirts. Yeah, I got a Gran Turismo polo shirt to die for. I could put the swag all over my desk, and when the dudes come into the library, I can be all like, yeah, sweet. And after you play Halo 2, want to read some Keats? Yeah, poetry is sweet. Or I can help them make the correlation between all the killing in Hamlet and all the killing in Hitman.
Nice.
See, books have blood and gore. Awesome. Are you reading along with me?
Yes.
If there's any Final Fantasy swag, that would be golden too. Why is it that kids can follow the most convoluted plots imaginable in a game? I figure that I can get them to read the strategy guide to Final Fantasy XII. I just need to say here, any librarian who asks me to read the strategy guide to Final Fantasy XII,
yeah.
That's amazing.
Best friend forever.
Best friend forever.
Yeah.
And it's as satisfying as reading the Chronicles of Narnia. I am active in perpetuating the idea that if a kid plays WoW, he will also read The Lord of the Rings. It's true. In conclusion, I can use the swag to help kids read. It's noble, it's sick.
Sick! It's sick!
It's sick.
Word!
Does GameSpot want to be responsible for the state of illiteracy in our beloved USA?
Yes!
Yes!
It's the right thing
Watch
to
more
do.
videos.
Thanks, Sue Scott.
Sue Scott!
Congratulations. Sue Scott.
Bravo, Sue.
42-year-old librarian, mother of 2, awesome. And the fact, like, some of the highlights were that she said, "That's sick, yo."
And that she underlined all her book titles.
Yeah. That was amazing. Like, when you guys, people were doubting whether or not it was actually a librarian, whether it was actually somebody, and we noticed that she underlined all her book titles, and we knew immediately that it was true and it was not fake.
Wonderful punctuation throughout.
Yeah,
Can I
fantastic.
Sue real quick here?
What do you got to say, Alex?
Will you be my mommy?
Get back in your thoughtful
You're
pose.
so much cooler than my mom.
Get back in your thoughtful pose.
So Sue, I will be contacting you by email shortly. You have to sign some stuff.
Or
and
telepathy.
yeah.
Yes.
And
That's
congratulations.
sick, yo.
And I hope you do well with it. Now, we did get a lot of really cool and creative entries. I almost wanted to give it to the girl that rewrote the song lyrics to Firefly, just so that you would sing it on the show.
I would have sung that.
She almost won because of that.
Because it was close, but you can't deny Sue Scott.
No, Sue Scott's amazing.
Yes.
So
congratulations to Sue, and thanks to all of our entries. We'll have another contest like this soon, I think, and maybe we'll get it open to people in Arizona.
Yeah.
Maybe.
If you live in Arizona, contact your
Contact
congressman.
Yeah.
What the hell? Apparently, running contests in Arizona is like
I hope
break
that
a
we'll
dude's
have,
leg or something.
I think we'll have. I mean, I think the GameSpot UK site will have stuff for Europeans. We actually I basically went back and forth with our legal team for more than I would want to, talking about why we couldn't include certain people. So hopefully our European site will.
Sure.
Hook them up.
We'll find out.
And if not, I'll just say it right now, and so people write lots of angry letters to Guy Cocker, and it's out of my hands.
Yeah.
No more angry letters to me. Write them all to
Don't
Guy
forget
Cocker.
Phil Elliott. Phil Elliott's there to take
Phil
your
Elliott,
emails
right?
as well.
Phil
Yeah,
Elliott.
they're both there. Right now, we'll move on to another contest winner. Last week, we showed off the nominees for On the Spot's first annual Best Worst Acting of E3 award.
Yes.
And we asked you to vote, and we did have a panel of judges, and we have a clip of the winner. Are you ready?
Yes.
We're gonna narrate this cheap seat style.
Nice.
Okay.
All right. Here is our winner.
It's so the Wii video, isn't it?
It is the first actor shown in the Wii video right here. This guy especially rocking out on the drums. Because we heard those drums all the time during E3, and they're not this cool.
He looks like a drummer.
This
He
chick
does.
told me I look like David Spade.
But wait, we're slowing it down right here. Watch the guy on the left and watch the guy on the right. Did you see them?
Oh my god.
The guy on the left going point like, yeah.
You're ripping it up.
And the other guy on the right's like, I'm playing along with this game with my guitar.
You know what? As a drummer, I am deeply offended by that video.
You're deeply offended by us giving him the award or by that guy?
By that guy.
Okay, good. Yeah, he wins almost
Put
just
down
for
the
that
fake
hat.
drumsticks, pick up a hacky sack, get back to where you belong.
Yeah, and also special consideration was brought in because we heard that drum game all the time at E3, like after hours, and it was the most annoying drumming sound ever.
But when I was in the Wii booth, I never saw the drum game.
Yeah. Maybe
Well, it was like in the little turntable where you couldn't actually get there and play it yourself. I
Oh,
think.
they
It was
had
like
the
they were
people
just-
playing
yeah,
it?
they had people playing it.
That's fantastic.
Sure. More winners. You ready for some more winners?
How many winners do we
We
have?
have one more winner.
Okay.
Last week.
Is it me?
Yes. We're all winners. Actually, last week we gave away a Nyko intercooler for the Xbox 360.
Oh, right. That
Yes,
thing.
and the trivia question was the name of Vanilla Ice's character in Cool as Ice?
What was it?
John Van Owen.
John Van.
John Van Owen.
Not Rob Van Winkle.
Which is his real name.
His real name.
Yes, but and the winner was, graphic please,
That's not
Casey
me.
Furtov, Massachusetts.
Did he also win that sweet VHS copy of Cool as Ice?
Yes.
No.
How do you like that picture on the left, by the way?
That is great.
Double piece right there. Congratulations to Casey. Your Nyko intercooler is in the mail.
I recommend you find a DVD copy of Cool as Ice and
think
watch
you
it
should.
on an Xbox 360.
I think that would be-
And
would
because
keep
you're
it
watching it
extra cool.
so
With
so
the
much,
intercooler.
Yeah,
you need
can
that.
keep watching it on repeat and not have to worry
And
about
actually, for
overheating.
people out there who do not have an intercooler, if you watch Cool as Ice on your Xbox 360, that will totally
Same effect.
Yeah,
Exact
just
same
cool it
effect.
right off.
Yeah.
Yeah. This week we have more prizes. We're giving away 3 copies of the Xbox 360 version of Hitman Blood Money, courtesy
I don't
of
have
IDOS.
that yet. Can
You want to hurry back to your computer so you can enter?
Yeah.
No, you
I
can't.
have a basic account.
No.
I have a secret account.
Whatever. we will find you. But we do have a trivia question, and if you want to enter this trivia competition, you must be a paid subscriber, and you will see the trivia entry form in the top right portion of the pop-up player, and you will need to, on the drop-down menu, choose question 1, and then answer the following question and hit submit. We have multiple choices here. For Hitman, which of the following bald men is least likely to take you down?
Wait, why isn't Yul Brynner on here?
Take you down. A, Mr. Clean.
Yul Brenner's the most likely.
B, Jean-Luc Picard. C, Kojak, the Telly Savalas version. Or
Oh, this
D,
is so easy.
Kojak, the Ving Rhames version.
So easy.
Yeah, we'll go run to your computer.
Carrie?
The first 3 people to answer it correctly of which of the following bald men is least likely to take you down. We did have some people on there who could have been in Yul Brynner's one. Hawk from Spencer, I wanted to put in there.
That'd be really good.
Yeah, exactly. But we got Jean-Luc, the Kojaks, and Mr. Clean.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so enter it right now, and
Who
we'll
loves
announce the
you,
winners
baby?
next week on the show.
Yeah, that's just the 360 version?
That's just the
Yeah,
Xbox
baby.
360
Yeah,
version,
baby.
the NTSC Xbox 360 version. Apparently someone won a game recently in a PAL region, and it was an NTSC game. We give away NTSC games.
We live in the NTSC.
Yes.
That's the new nation.
Yes,
name.
that is.
I wish it had the banner symbol for that.
You work on that. But right now,
I'll get SC.
actually,
Okay.
Jeff, I need your help to introduce this last clip here, Jeff.
That's an S. It's wavy.
You work on that.
Yeah.
But this
We're
weekend.
the gang.
This weekend. On the Spike Television.
Yeah, Spike TV.
Yeah, what's going to happen?
Gamehead, which is Spike TV's video game show hosted by Jeff Keighley, who is everywhere. That guy is all over the place.
He is.
We are going to be on there. They came out here for a full day and filmed us. They filmed us recording the hotspot.
When you say we,
podcast.
you mean like you and Carrie and a couple other people?
Yeah.
They didn't record
You were
the
in the room.
When you see the hotspot, be careful to look for the camera angle they use and notice who is not on camera, by the way. But I'm cool. I get plenty of time here. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's why we told him just don't film that guy.
Exactly. I don't need it. I don't need it. Well, the internet's way cooler than television, anyways.
Exactly.
But Gamehead's cool.
Anyway, yes, Gamehead. Yes. So there will be an episode of Gamehead devoted to the E3 Awards, both the GameSpot E3 Awards as well as the Game Critics E3 Awards, airing June 3rd, and it's all shot here, and we'll be on it. So.
I'm really curious to show what they're going to show.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Jeff
filmed
Keighley totally
all
cursed
Be
while we were
curious no
talking.
more, because we were about to show you a clip about Gears of War. Check it out.
I'm with senior editor Jeff Gertzman. How are you, Jeff?
I'm doing great, Jeff.
So, a couple weeks post E3, we've kind of recovered from, all the big news, all, 1,000 new games.
The hangover's long gone.
Exactly.
Too
many, lots of parties, but lots of great games and new systems. So, for everyone at home that sort of heard about all these systems, heard how expensive they're going to be, heard about all these new games, was it a good E3? I mean, you excited about what we're going to see this fall for games?
The lineup of stuff that Microsoft has for this holiday season looks pretty sharp, and definitely,
Gears of War is huge. I mean, lots of nominations in the Game Critics Awards. Gears, led with 5 nominations.
And Gears looks amazing.
Yeah.
Provided they can optimize and clean up some of the frame rate stuff, but they'll probably do that. And that probably won't be.
Yeah. So why do you think Gears of War was this game that everyone really sort of acclimated to at E3?
It seems like they're really going the extra mile with it. They went ahead and they added the multiplayer stuff, and they were just letting people play the multiplayer at the show. And of course the blood effects. You've got that chainsaw thing. It's digging it into guys. And that's always a real crowd pleaser.
It seemed really intuitive, and it was really interesting how quickly he was going back and forth between the different cover and the blood, just blood everywhere, and of course the assault rifle with the chainsaw bayonet on the end.
Love the little sort of the CNN cam when they sort of pull down behind the guy as he runs from place to place.
Yeah.
It's, it's pretty cinematic. I mean, it looks great.
Yeah.
One of the things that they don't talk about much, which Rob Ferguson was telling me about, is that one of the enemies only comes out in the dark. So it's like the opposite of the stealth game, where you're not hiding in the shadows, you're actually trying to stay in the light. So he's talking about different mechanics.
Bad things happen when the lights go out.
Exactly. So he's talking about different mechanics where you're actually following the light and stuff. So that would be interesting to see.
Gears I'm a little skeptical on. Like, I think it's like it could be a little too much like one note, like sort of, stop and pop again and again and again throughout the entire
Not run and
game.
gun.
No, stop
and
and
pause.
I mean, so you feel like, the game like that, is that really like why people would buy a 360, for a game like that?
I think that's, one of the games that could potentially draw people away from any kind of loyalty they have to the Sony brand.
Right.
And, you look at stuff like the announcement of Grand Theft Auto 4 being kind of
both
day and date on
systems.
both systems.
Yeah.
Of course, Microsoft made a big deal of it. I had Peter Moore roll up his sleeve with the GTA 4 logo on there. So it's like they kind of tried to put one over on people saying, no, it's ours, look, we got it. Right. But of course, Rockstar was like quickly with the press release going, nah, man, it's everywhere. It's both systems.
But they did get it, you don't have to
But
wait.
yeah, exactly, they'll have it. So that kind of takes one thing away from Sony in the process. So, the playing field's definitely getting a little more even.
We would like to thank Jeff Keighley and all the crew from Gamehead for coming by. They're welcome back anytime. If you'd like to see the entire episode of Gamehead, tune on Spike TV this Saturday at midnight. Correct?
Yeah.
I got that right?
Yes.
Cool.
Is that Pacific or where?
I think Spike TV is big enough so you can just say midnight and wherever you are, you turn on TV.
Unless you have satellite TV.
Yeah.
My stuff's 3 hours earlier, so you have DirecTV or so. Check your local listing.
Check your local listings for Gamehead. There you go. Good call. Good call. Yeah, unlike ESPN, they're just straight up East Coast. They don't even care.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you...
Sports are live, man. They happen all the time.
Yeah, for
Stop
sure.
eating the orange ones.
I'm eating all the orange ones.
Stop
We're
it.
saving the orange ones for the crew who did a wonderful job setting up the studio and everything.
Totally.
Because this has been a great show.
A fantastic
Have
show.
you enjoyed the show? Stop eating the orange M&Ms. Carrie, did you have a fun time?
I had a good time.
Sue Scott, by the way, we told you she should hang out with her. We need to find her library
She
and go
should
loiter.
come to E3 next year.
You should have her on here. It's like
Hook it up.
recommend books and
Yeah,
stuff.
we'll do the webcam damn thing, maybe. Ryan Davis, Alex Navarro, thanks for stopping by, guys.
Yeah, it was a great time.
You had a good time? Thank you
Yes,
for the
I was
thoughtful
especially glad
poses.
to see the top of my head in the game head clip that you showed.
Did the top of your head sign a release?
No, the top of my head's rogue.
Oh, really?
A non-union.
What does the top of your head think about Gears of War?
Ryan, I miss you.
I know, you're way over there on the sit-down set. So
I am the new Carrie.
That's frightening.
I know.
I would also like to thank EA for coming by this morning with NCAA Football 07, Greg Casavan for coming by with Hitman Blood Money, and
Jose
I'd also
Roberto.
you have copies of to give away, and of course Jose Roberto Caleco for playing Half-Life 2 Episode 1, not called Aftermath.
Right, not Aftermath.
Yeah.
And Will Savage, just for being you.
Just for being savage. And that's going to do it for another episode of On the Spot. I won't throw anything at the camera this week. I promise, Frank, maybe. We'd like to thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you next week right here on The Spot.
As you load M&Ms into your hand.
Yeah, what are you saying?